You think breaking an empath means victory. You watched them absorb your cruelty, your lies, your betrayals. You saw them bend until you thought they broke. But Carl Jung discovered something that should terrify every narcissist who ever underestimated kindness. He called it the most terrifying transformation in human nature. The moment you push a super empath past their breaking point, you do not destroy them. You awaken something you cannot control. Have you ever felt a switch flip inside you when suddenly everything became clear? That moment Jung documented is not weakness surfacing. It is power remembering itself. Here is what narcissists never understand about empaths. They see emotional intelligence as emotional weakness. They treat sensitivity like a defect, kindness like stupidity. For years they use the empath as their personal dumping ground. Gaslighting becomes daily routine. Manipulation becomes conversation. Emotional abuse becomes normal. The narcissist trains the empath to doubt their own reality, to question their own perceptions, to apologize for things they never did. Every day brings new accusations. Every conversation becomes a minefield. Every interaction leaves the empath wondering if maybe they really are too sensitive, too emotional, too dramatic. But what the narcissist misses is this crucial detail. The empath is not just suffering. The empath is collecting data. Every lie you told, they catalogued. Every manipulation tactic you used, they filed away. Every insecurity you accidentally revealed, they noted. Every time you projected your shame onto them, they recognized the pattern even while absorbing the pain. Their mind is not a victim's diary. It is a strategist's war room, and you just spent years giving them complete access to your psychological blueprint. Most people think empaths are fragile because they feel everything. Wrong. Empaths are dangerous precisely because they feel everything. They do not just hear your words, they read the micro-expressions you cannot control. They sense the emotions you are trying to hide. They feel the intentions behind your actions before you fully form them yourself. Jung discovered this in his clinical work. Empaths possess what he called differentiated perception. They see patterns in human behavior that escape everyone else. When you lie, they feel the energy shift in the room. When you hide something, they sense the omission. When you manipulate, they recognize the tactic even if they cannot name it yet. And here is the part that should make narcissists nervous. Empaths have been watching you this whole time. Not just watching, studying. They know your triggers better than you know them yourself. They understand your fears because they felt them radiating from you during your vulnerable moments. They mapped your insecurities because you projected them constantly onto everyone around you. The empath knows exactly what words will devastate you, exactly what truths will shatter your carefully constructed false self, exactly which buttons to push to make you feel as small as you made them feel for years. They have always known. They just chose not to use that knowledge, until you pushed them too far. The breaking point arrives differently for each empath, but Jung identified the common trigger: betrayal, not small betrayal. Not the daily deceptions they learn to expect from you. The final betrayal, the one that makes them realize they cannot save you from yourself. Maybe you cheated with someone they trusted. Maybe you stole money you swore you would never touch. Maybe you hurt their child or their parent or someone vulnerable they were protecting. The specific act matters less than what it represents. Proof that their compassion changed nothing. Evidence that your promises were always lies. Confirmation that they wasted years on someone incapable of growth, unwilling to do the internal work that real change requires. And in that moment of absolute clarity, something shifts. Jung did not call this a breakdown. He called this a breakthrough. This is when the super empath is born, through what Jung termed shadow integration. All those years, the empath suppressed their own darkness to make room for yours. They denied their anger to absorb yours. They silenced their boundaries to accommodate your chaos. They dimmed their power so you would not feel threatened by their strength. They made themselves smaller so you could feel bigger. But shadow integration means reclaiming every suppressed part of themselves. The